Alright, what's up guys? This is Chaos here, and I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make a 3D header in this tutorial. So basically just like the ones that I've been making. And first we're gonna start off with Cinema 4D is the first software we're gonna use to make this. So we're just gonna go to MoGraph, MoText, and then we're gonna type in the name. So this one is for my buddy Legend, and so basically we're just gonna type in his name. What I like to do is either 80 or 75. It's just how like thick you want the letters to be. So I'm gonna do 80. That's what I normally do. And you can pick whatever font really, but I usually just use where is it? I lost it. Alright, here it is. Where is it? I usually just use. Where is it? I lost it. There it is. I usually just use prime time, and we just want to center it to the middle. We can kind of use these to move around, kind of just get it in frame better. I usually like to tilt it up, and you can use this to see all the different angles. So this is the top, right, and front. You normally are using these two. You can just kind of make it just however you want. So basically what I normally do is I just move the letters around. So you want to press C on your keyboard. So once you press C, you can now move each letter individually by clicking on it. So we're going to zoom in on the actual words over here on this frame right here, just using the scroll wheel, nothing special. So we can use these. So the blue turns it this way, it turns like that. The red turns it this way, forward, backwards. We don't use that one too much, depends on what we're doing. It turns it like side to side. So basically what I normally do for my first letter is that what I normally do, just face it from like the front, kind of like that. I normally twist it, turn it one way, then move it forward like this. And now once we've done that letter, we're gonna kind of want to just move it forward, so we go on this screen, move it forward just how we want it. It looks pretty nice like that. And then we go on to our second letter, clicking again on this screen right here. I normally like to just turn it the opposite direction like that. There we go. So we're just gonna position it just right. That looks good like that. Go to our third one. Let's turn it back this way a little bit more. We're gonna curve it this way. Kind of just turn it this way to match kind of the first one. We're gonna want it in front of the E. Actually, no, we're gonna want it behind the E. You're not gonna see like the 3 dimensions really, like where it's located once you're actually doing it. You're just gonna see it like front facing like this once it's actually rendered for us to use on Photoshop. So it's gonna be more like this. We're gonna move this up a little bit just to keep it kind of even. I like to keep it even, but you guys can do it however you really want. And just make sure it's how you want it. If you want it straight, just keep it like that. I'm gonna put the G out front, you know. We just want to make sure you can read each letter, and so you can actually read what it says, not just like everywhere, just like a mess. So yeah, I'm gonna do time lapse as I do these last two. Alright boys, there we go. Alright, so basically this is just my first letter. So there's no lettering for it. We can just come back to full view, just position it correctly however you would like to. Just kind of. And now we're gonna add the coloring to it. So we're gonna just hit all these plus signs, and now we can have each letter, so you can color each letter individually, or you can just color the whole thing. So it depends on how you want to do it. So just start with that. So first, this is how you make a new color. So you'll have nothing down here until you make new ones. So I just make them as I go, basically. This one is gonna be purple for half of it, and a lighter shade of purple. So this is the hue right here, the saturation. This is the value right here. So lighter, you make it lighter on here. This is how saturated it is. So if you want it like white, or you want more like vibrant, I guess you could say, you pull it up like that. So now we can drag it over to our letters. So there we go. Drag it to the ones you want. One color. And then now we want to make a new color. We're gonna make this one white. So we're gonna make it really white. And then we're just gonna drag it up here. And there you go. So now you can collapse it again. It has your colors. Now you want to hit Command, copy, and paste. So you just copy and paste it. Basically, you can either click on it. I'm pretty sure there's, you all know. So just like Control V, Control C, Control V, whatever. Just copy and paste it. Oh, wrong button. So now you want to hold down in here, go to Atom Array, drag this one, Motex 1, up on this one, and then click on here. It'll bring up this. Delete 5, put in a 1. Oh, alright, no, not what we want to do. So just change all these to 1, and there you go. You get like that nice kind of outline, and then now we can change it to whatever colors we want. We're gonna actually swap the colors. There you go. And that should work. Alright, so now actually you have to press C on it. I messed that up right there, but so basically you press C. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put it onto the opposite letters. So the D is gonna be purple. Have the purple the N and this E. So then we want to put on everything under that. So all the caps, everything right there. Just so it changes that to purple. So we have the purple outline on it. It's kind of like the colors clash together, if you will. So there we go. So now it has a purple outline. Now we have the E, L, E, and the G for the beginning. I take the same white, put it on those, just fill all these in with the white. And there we go, we just have the white outline for it now. You don't have to have the atom array, but it does make it look a lot cleaner. Once you're done with that, we can subtract that. We can see how we want it, how we want it to look by hitting the render preview. There we go, that's what it's basically going to look like. So you can adjust it based on that. I think it's pretty good. If you want to add a subtle glow to it, you hit effect, you hit glow, or we can do this in Photoshop, which is what I normally do, or I just normally don't add a glow to it. If you like what you did and like how it is, you hit this with the render button. That was like my last project I was working on. So it will pop up another screen. I'm not sure if it's showing. Yeah, I don't have it captured. Let me add it so then we show you what you have to press after.
I'm sure we all enjoyed the piano interlude.
There we go. It's popped up above it. So it'll pop up just basically just like that, just on your screen. So basically what we want to do is go to the save. We're gonna just save it, and I'll be back in Photoshop once we have it saved. And yeah, be right back. Alright guys, we're back on Photoshop, and we are gonna create our new project. So basically we're gonna go to File, then we're gonna go to New, and then basically this window pops up, and well, we want to name it whatever. This is for Legend, and it's a tutorial. So we're gonna name it that. This is the correct size for a header. So this is basically what you want to put in. Just copy all this, and you'll be fine. That's what I use. All right, and we're gonna want to create it. We are then going to want to find our find what we made, our 3D render of the of our like text. It should be wherever you saved it. Use fine. Just drag it on over. I don't know why, but mine has this black outline or like black background. I guess you would say, yeah. So basically, it'll have this black background. So basically, I don't know why I'm saying basically so much, but it's really easy to get rid of this. All we're going to want to do is we're gonna zoom in a little bit. Just click on the background with our magic wand tool, and we're gonna hit OK on this. My brush is a little bit too big right now, so we're gonna shrink it down a little bit. And now we're gonna want to erase around it. Be careful not to erase any of the lettering. See right here, it'll erase some of the lettering. So we can just hit Command Z or just undo on that. And we're just gonna carefully go around here. And there we go. We got this cleared out, so we don't have to come back here. Alright, come back to this part. So then we can just quickly go through this. Or you can take your time if yours is a darker lettering. Once you do it close up, you can zoom out just by, there you go. Now you're zoomed out, and then see, it'll have the outline. Then you can just click on the rest of black. There you go. You want to go back to your brush, and you want to make it big, just normally big, and just go around quickly. You can quickly erase this since you're not going to damage your text. And now we can go through, we can select the inside black parts, like there, some right there, because it's going to be really hard just to go through and erase it with your eraser tool, unless you're very accurate with it, and you're just like not going to mess everything up, mess the text you just made up. There we go through, just click back on it, and there we go. We now have our 3D text, and I already have some characters. There's characters that you're gonna want, so you can just go to Google. You're gonna want to look up the characters with no background, so it's a PNG of that character, and those are the best to use. You can of course get the background off. I may find one that has a background just so I can go through and show you how. So don't be afraid if it does have a background on it, because you can always just get it off. So now we're gonna find a good background for it. This is gonna be a Fortnite one, as you saw in the title. So here's the background for it. Just found off Google. Anything would work. I also go into replay mode. Just get a nice background from that. That's what I did use for my last project I was working on just yesterday. So now that we have that, we just can drag this to the top. There we go. And if you do have backline you can just erase that real quick. And there we go. So now we have our text and we have our background. Now we are going to go to Google. I'm not going to show you me finding it just because while I show you finding it, I'm just going to pull the image in after. So I'm going to skip to when I'm pulling the images in. I'll see you in a second. Alright boys, I'm back. So basically we now have the images downloaded from just Google Images. They should be in your downloads or just wherever you save images. The first one we have, I picked this one out because it did have a background with it. I'm going to show you the best way where you can take it out. Alright, so we're basically going to start with just having the eraser tool. Want to click OK so you're able to erase. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through. We're just going to make a selection on it, just so if you can use this tool, just make selections or circling around the outfit, and it should work depending on what skin you have. I'm just going to show you guys how you can just go through by hand and start removing it. So we're gonna shrink our brush down for our eraser brush down, and we're gonna want to slowly just go around, just erasing this like thin outline around the character. And you're just gonna want to go around the whole character doing this, erasing it. So then you will then be able to make just an easy just selection. So you don't have to make it perfect, because once you're done going around it and you actually take off the background, you can go through and just make it better. But we're not going to do that, since we can just select the background to do that. If it does get like pixelated like that when you make it bigger, then yeah, you're going to want to find a new character to use. Alright, there we go. And we're going to move this over. We're going to put a second character in that I have saved, and I'm just going to drag in right now. There we go. We're going to add the sparkle specialist. So we're going to shrink down this image. We're going to put her right here. We're going to make them both the same size. So this one you just see this much of the legs, and this one we don't want to see as much. Alright, now once you're done adjusting it, and once you think the characters looks good, what we're actually going to do is we're going to want to add more to it. So you're most likely going to turn the brightness on the background down, just make it just darker, so it's not as like, because most people end up having a brighter background. So now basically what we're going to want to do is I have some just graphics packs in here, just that have different like things I can add to it. So we're just gonna open this one up and find what we want. And yeah, I don't think I have the links to this one because I've had this for so long. But yeah, I just use like a combination of like 3 of them, everything I need. So you just gonna want to drag them in, and you can find like image stuff like this online. I will try to find some and put some in like the description ones I think that are good. So then we're gonna add the flames. You want to hit just like copy and paste it, or just like Control J, I'm pretty sure it is. And then we want to do that, and we're gonna want to clean it up on top right here. Now we're gonna go back to the same graphics pack that we were just getting some stuff from. You can find a lot of these for cheap or for free. I'm most likely going to be making one at some point soon. If this gets 50 likes, then I'll make one, let's say. So now we're going to just get some halftones. This one is one I like to use. You may have to like copy and paste it a lot to get it where you want it, like how you want it. So now we're gonna like put it above the character. We're just gonna copy a ton of them. This is what I normally do. We're just gonna put them around the character, just kind of outlining the character. Want to control or hit shift, select all of them, combine them with Control E. We're gonna put them under it. There you go. So that's basically it for the halftones. We're not going to use any more of like, these are called halftones if you didn't realize. But alright, so if we're not going to use any more of these white things, now we're going to do a different kind of background for this one. We're going to do probably like flames for this one. And I get some of the flames for my backgrounds from this one. I use the flames for the top from this one. We want to make sure you can still see the text, so we might end up moving it around later. But there we go. You have some flames behind the character. We're gonna lower the opacity just a bit so it's not too overwhelming. Now we're gonna want to get more flames for the corner. Where's it? Then we're gonna put it here. We're gonna put this one over the soldier. Oops, we didn't want to bring that out right now. Put this one over the bright bomber, kind of like that. And then if we do want to scoot everything over, we can hit that. And we can scoot it over. I feel like we should a little bit. And then we're gonna take this. We're gonna take this. Move this over. I'll take this. Yeah, this and this. We're gonna move this over. You don't want it to cover up the text too much, so you can still read the text. And if they do want different logos, you can bring the logos from the web, or you can have them in the packs. Like I know these packs have some just icons that you can use. And I feel like I like to make mine so like the more things that are going on, I feel like it looks a lot better. Just like they complement the text. Just the more things that are happening on your frame, it just makes the text look much better. I'm actually gonna put this over here, just like kind of in the corner. You can do different things with paint, like brushes, different like brush effects, different things like that if you want to. But this is kind of like the base, easiest thing you can do. So just mess around with different effects that you like in Photoshop. Once you feel like how it looks is very good and you like how it looks, the one thing you're gonna want to do, there's one thing that you're gonna want to do before you actually take it, like just like send it over. I just realized that you were seeing it kind of weird. I fixed it now. My bad, everyone. Because I recorded it kind of weird, I'll just have to fix it up when I'm actually editing. So now basically we're just gonna want to go over to one that has your different like Fortnite stuff. You want to either get Fortnite PNGs, just look up the guns you want, stuff like that. So this one's it's a little bit old, so but it still has things that are still in the game. It's still good stuff. So we're just gonna look through and see what we want to add to it. It has all this different stuff, like gliders. Well, I think it only has one, so we're gonna add this one. As this is from the same season as the Sparkle Specialist, I'm pretty sure. Just add it like on the text, just like different things coming off the text, different things like that. We're gonna add this behind the text. See, it's already behind the text, so we're good. Put it up on the top, under the flames. Put it on one side. We're actually gonna flip it around. Looks good right there, I feel. And like I said before, like the more things you add in like the background, the better your thing will look. That's how I feel. We're going to pick like just a subtle blue. I feel like will look really good. Just like a light blue, like here. what we're gonna want to do is I have my color corrections on here. Oh, wrong thing. Color corrections or CCs. So I like, this is subtle, this one's more subtle, but we can go through all of them. So it just depends what project. And I want mine to be more vibrant, so we're just going to use the more subtle one. And you want to drag it over to the top of it, and it'll make it pop more, just like that. And basically that's the tutorial, how to make a thumbnail, how to make a header, Twitter header, or YouTube banner. You can just make it a bigger size,